The four attackers followed up with a rush to take spears from the fallen men. Reforming, the suitors threw again with all their strength, but Athena turned their shots, or all but two. One hit a doorpost in the hall, another stuck in the door's thick timbering, still others rang on the stone wall, shivering halves of ash. Amphimedon's point bloodied Telemachus's wrist, a superficial wound, and Ctesippus' long spear passing over Eumaeus' shield grazed his shoulder, hurtled on and fell. No matter, with Odysseus the great soldier, the wounded threw again, and Odysseus, raider of cities, struck Eurydamas down. Telemachus hit Amphimedon, and the swineherd's shot killed Polybus, but Ctesippus, who had last evening thrown a cow's hoof at Odysseus, got the cowherd's heavy cast full in the chest, and dying heard him say, "You arrogant joking bastard, clown will you like a fool and parade your wit? Leave jesting to the gods who do it better. This will repay your cow's foot courtesy to a great wanderer come home." The master of the black herds had answered Ctesippus. Odysseus, lunging at close quarters, put a spear through Agelaus, Damastor's son. Telemachus hit Leocritos from behind and pierced him, kidney to diaphragm. Speared off his feet, he fell face downward on the ground. At this moment that unmanning thunder cloud, the aegis, Athena's shield, took form aloft in the great hall, and the suitors, mad with fear at her great sign, stampeded like stung cattle by a river when the dread shimmering gadfly strikes in summer, in the flowering season, in the long-drawn days. After them the attackers wheeled, as terrible as falcons, from Ares in the mountains, veering over and diving down with talons wide unsheathed on flights of birds, who cower down the sky in shoots and burst along the valley. But the pouncing falcons grip their prey, no frantic wing avails, and farmers love to watch those beaked hunters. So these now fell upon the suitors in that hall, turning to strike and strike again, while torn men moaned at death, and blood ran smoking over the whole floor. Now there was one who turned and threw himself at Odysseus's knees, Laodes, begging for his life. "Mercy, mercy on a suppliant, Odysseus. Never by word or act of mine, I swear, was any woman troubled here. I told the rest to put an end to it. They would not listen, would not keep their hands from brutishness. And now they are all dying like dogs for it. I had no part in what they did. My part was visionary, reading the smoke of sacrifice. Scruples go unrewarded if I die." The shrewd fighter frowned over him and said, "You were diviner to this crowd? How often you must have prayed my sweet day of return would never come, or not for years, and prayed to have my dear wife, and beget children on her. No plea like yours could save you from this hard bed of death. Death it shall be." He picked up Agelaus's broadsword from where it lay, flung by the slain man, and gave Laodes' neck a lopping blow, so that his head went down to mouth in dust. One more who had avoided furious death was the son of Turpis, Phemios, the minstrel, singer by compulsion to the suitors. He stood now with his harp, holy and clear, in the wall's recess under the window, wondering if he should flee that way to the courtyard altar, sanctuary of Zeus, the enclosure god. Thigh bones in hundreds had been offered there by Laertes and Odysseus. No, he thought, the more direct way would be best, to go humbly to his lord. But first, to save his murmuring instrument, he laid it down carefully between the wine bowl and a chair. Then he betook himself to Lord Odysseus, clung hard to his knees, and said, "Mercy, mercy on a suppliant, Odysseus. My gift is song for men, and for the gods undying. My death will be remorse for you hereafter. No one taught me. Deep in my mind a god shaped all the various ways of life and song, and I am fit to make verse in your company as in the gods. Put aside lust for blood. Your own dear son Telemachus can tell you, never by my own will or for love did I feast here or sing amid the suitors. They were too strong, too many. They compelled me." Telemachus in the elation of battle heard him. He at once called to his father. "Wait, that one is innocent. Don't hurt him. And we should let our herald live, Medon. He cared for me from boyhood. Where is he? Has he been killed already by Philoetius or by the swineherd? Else he got an arrow in that first gale of bow shots down the room."